And not just racing well. He's leading this thing. He's led laps now. He's keeping these guys at bay. It's Kanaan and Francis Jr. side by side. By the moment, we got some contact. Kanaan is around. Francis is involved. Michael Waltrip, Cody Swanson. And no, Tony Stewart's now in it.
4 stacked up in the corner and a 5th spun around. Started with Kanaan and Francis. And the yellow flag is out.
All right, well, here we go. Take a look at the replay. See Francis Jr. just on the gas, gets a little sideways into Tony Kanaan there, spins him around. Nothing really either one of those guys could do at that point. Tony kind of a victim, and the guys behind just nowhere to go, piling it in. Michael maybe thought he was going to be able to go on the outside of those guys, but Tony started coming back, and that's just it. I'm curious to see how Smoke got turned around. He hadn't actually made up that much ground from starting on the tail of the grid. On board now here with Ernie Francis.
Oh boy. This is Cody Swanson's view.
In front of me.
So Tony Stewart, you mentioned what happened to him. He had to cut down hard to avoid hitting Swanson.
Yeah, it's tough. You can see a broken rear wing there, it looks like, on Waltrip's car.
This is the view from the Michael Waltrip machine.
This is going into 3. Francis Jr. was behind him there. Looking at Scott Speed. Another guy getting used to dirt here on an oval. And here it comes. Crunch. Cool.
The damage tab has increased significantly. And halfway through, green flag, Scott Speed in the gold car, the 41, and Marco Andretti in the black machine, down low.
Little Rubbin is racing right there, trying to use each other up.
Hook spin.
Bottom. Oh, big spin on the back straight. Lots of cars involved.
Willie T. Ribbs and Paul Tracy both went around. Tracy did a flying 360 and kept going. Willie has some company back there in the form of Tony Stewart.
Tony Stewart's back there. Looks like
Castro
Tony
Neves,
Kanaan.
yeah. Is that Kanaan? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's Tony
Kanaan.
It is. 2 Tonys are caught in it. So let's have a look now. What happened? Willie T. Ribbs, you can see, already has damage from earlier in the night. It's coming off a 2 here. Oh, yeah, again, Willie got a little high into Paul, and it's just everybody, when you get on the brakes to try and avoid it, that's just what happens. I think Tony Kanaan and Stewart maybe got away without too much damage.
Now, let me just ask.
Yep.
A little payback from earlier?
Yeah, you never know. I mean, if that was the idea, it didn't work because Paul kept going and Willie did not. He gets on the throttle, and you see Paul's trying to keep it a little bit lower than normal. There was a car on his outside, so Tony might not have known they were, or sorry, Willie might not have known they were 3 wide in that position. So here's from Tracy. He's got a car on his outside, doesn't track up as high as he normally would. Willie thinks he's going to keep going, keeps his foot in it. Contact happens. As you say, Paul does a spin and keeps going.
Or Willie might just have been mad at getting spun out and earlier in heat number 1 and
maybe
exacted a little revenge. We'll find out when we get a chance to talk to him.
We will. We're getting... Oh boy, here we
go! That's fun.
This is too much fun. This is too much fun to watch. You can only imagine how fun it is to be in as the yellow flag flies for Tony Kanaan.
So, didn't want to distract your attention from that, but while that was going on at the front, Tony Kanaan and Ernie Francis Jr. got together at the back.
Oh, did they find each other?
They might have found each other, about 4 times.
Well, let's take a look from Tony Kanaan's car. And you can hear the contact there, so it looks like, oh dear,
there he
Francis Jr. got him once again. That is going to be one very fired up TK.
All right, caution out, 23 laps down, 27 to go in our main event at Eldora, and the action is far from over.